Well, hello, lovelies. Hi, beautifuls. Sitting here putting on my lashes. And I'm just watching a few different things. Kind of watching and listening. And I just want to talk really quick about the art of friendship and trust. I want to talk a little bit about friendship and trust because, there's things going on YouTube that we are all aware of. Um, we're coming into a season of the year when, we spend a lot more time with friends and family, you know, um, usually during the summer months, and just depending on where you are, because I know I do have some people who watch me in different parts of the world, and I love you and I appreciate you. But this can also apply for, I mean, this can apply for any time of the year, actually. It's just life, period. But, it's just that we're coming into that time where, we just have a little bit more leisure. Um, and hold on, y'all. Let me take this one off. Oh, it ain't coming off. Okay. All right. All right. All right. Okay. So, we're just coming up where, there's a little bit more leisure. The kids are out of school. So they're doing their thing. Um, you just got a little bit more time, and when it's nicer outside, that's when we like to do a lot more activities and stuff like that. I know I do. So I just kind of want to talk a little bit about the people that we spend that time with, and how to kind of just decide on whether or not a person is healthy, and if they're a person that you should be spending your time with. If Because the one thing about time is we can't get it back, right? That's time is, after you watch this video, it's just like, whoop, that time is gone. Now what am I gonna do? you know if you don't like it, you're like, oh fuck, I can't rewind and go watch something else that you enjoy better. So anyway, I just kind of want to go over just a couple of things that I have come across in my life, that has um kind of like made me aware of what type of people to deal with. I'm sorry, y'all. It's always some noise or something going on in the background. But anyway, so I mean, number one, if you don't feel like you can trust a person, that's like the number one reason to get them the fuck away from you. Okay? And it's just as simple as that. It's as simple as that. And I don't care who it is. I mean, I'm kind of gearing more towards friendship, but we can be friends with our family. We can be friends with the opposite sex. We can be friends with our parents, our elders. Friendships should come before anything, right? Or I mean, they can be formed with anyone. I'm sorry. So, I mean, just depending on where you are in your life, and what path you're on and what you're trying to do, that will determine the type of people that you want to spend your time with. And so, I mean, if you're like in a fun time of your life, you have different friends for different times. I come to find that about myself. There's people that I love to go out with. They're fun. They're always down to go out. Doesn't matter, when. You got those people that are just always ready, ready to go and twerk a little bit, have a drink or whatever, and go and chill. And then you have some people that you can have those down to earth heart to hearts with, that you can kind of, share your dreams and your goals with, and you can kind of bounce ideas off of each other. And then you have people that are really good at certain things. They may be really good at business, and you can run these ideas across past them or whatever, get their opinion. You have friends that are just really great at talking. They give great advice. I'm one of those people, like, even if I don't take my own advice, I'll give you great advice, And so you have different people for different times of your life and different things that you're going through. Everybody's not always going to get along. You might know that, those different people. You got your friends that you go out with, and then your friend that, you have those heart-to-heart talks with, they might not mesh well together, and so when you come into those types of situations, because I've been in that type of situation where I've had a friend that I've been friends with since I've known myself, and then I have friends that I met, you get your first jobs as teenagers, and you just start to meet people and stuff as you get older. And so, they didn't get along very well. And this, my best friend, she was real like, well, I've known her longer, and don't, and I go out with them, and I would have her with me too. But, just sometimes people just don't mesh well, and so when you're in those types of situations, you don't have to choose. Don't feel like you have to choose. Don't feel like you have to be the middleman. Don't feel like, I'm sorry, my dog is right there. He's on the bed laying down. So don't feel like, if one is talking about one, that you need to go and tell the other one what they said, and those types of things. When you're in that situation, sometimes it'll test you. It'll test who you are as a person. It'll test your loyalty and your character, because when you're in the middle and you got these people that don't really get along, and you got both people, they may not even be friends, so they don't know much about each other, but it's you that's going and taking stuff from this person's life over here, and it's like, and this one is feeling like, well, how did they even know that? They shouldn't even know that about me. Boop. Who did you tell? Who's your mutual person? You got to know who to trust. And sometimes it could be you that could be tested, So, I've been in that position, and no, I'm not going to take what this person, even this person said something, I'm not even going to go say that or nothing, because all it does is keep up mess. A lot of times in life we are tested, and a lot of times we're given the test, and so I just feel like the biggest flag is if you do not feel in your gut that this person can be trusted, don't fuck with them. Okay, don't fuck with them, because if you have already have that feeling, you don't want to have to find out that it's true. You know what I'm saying? You don't want to have to be in the situation and have to find out that what you were feeling is right. You don't necessarily have to have a solid reason or have something happen to give you a reason to not fuck with a person. Okay, you don't. If it is just a feeling, you are within your right to fall back from a person. And not saying you have to totally cut them off, but you just know not to deal with them in certain situations, or in many of situations, not to tell them certain things and that sort of thing. And me personally, if I have that feeling about a person, I would rather just not deal with them at all, because if they gave me, because you don't want to be in the situation. Now you could test it out and then just plan for a plan B, but that's doing a whole lot. If I were on the phone and I have to dissect little pieces and figure out what part is the truth, what's not, what part of the conversation is genuine, did you really mean this, or I don't really want to talk to you, because that's just a lot of work. And life is going to happen. Different shit happens in life that we don't have control over, and we got to work through that. I don't want to have to work through friendships or relationships that I purposely have. If I purposely allow you into my life and I get these feelings like I don't know if what you're saying is true, or if you're really going to follow through with, doing something, like I would just rather not deal with you at all on certain things, because I don't want to come to a situation where I find out. I don't want to come to we're in a situation and I got to go and figure it out another way because you didn't follow through. Like, I would rather just not deal with it. But that's me. But then some people would rather give people a chance and be like, well, no, they really didn't do anything. I just kind of feel weird, So, in that case, if it's somebody you really care about or you feel like you want to give them that chance, that's fine. But have a plan B. And so that's what I'm going to go into. Like, the next thing is the situation. So, you may have had different things come up or different feelings come up, or you may have watched how they were. And so that's what I'm going to go into. So the next thing is the situation. So you really want to see how people act in certain situations with other people. You want to see what they say about other people. You want to listen. And it's not what they did to you or what they think about you or have said about you, but you definitely want to pay attention to what they do and say with others, okay? Because if you see them involved in situations and you see them being two-faced, or you see them like being sneaky and sly, or you see them like, with ill intent, you might want to pay attention to that and just, keep that in the memory log, that, oh, remember when they did that with such and such, and just remember that. But that's what I was saying. Like, I don't want to find out. I don't want a situation to happen where, I got to find out you would do me the same way. It's almost like dating. Like, you might have a guy that comes and he's trying to make something happen with you, but you look at his previous relationships. You look at his previous, the relationship with his kids, the relationship with his mama, relationship with his sister. How does he treat these women in his life? And you kind of want to look at that before you find yourself in a situation where he's treating you the same way. You want to, and I mean, if he has treated those people good in the past and stuff like that, yeah, definitely that's a good thing. But if you see some guy who, he's trying to talk to you, but he's not really ever with his kids, he was cheating all over the last few girls, and now it's just you, like he just wants, and he's just a changed person. That does happen. People change all the time, but you still want to make a mental note of that. If it's something that you really want to do and a person you want to deal with, you definitely still want to keep in mind, because if, you see certain behaviors or you hear certain things, you definitely don't want to just let stuff go on or get it to the point where, you end up like the last person. And so, so yeah, definitely with friendships, look and see how they're treating their other friends and how they're acting in certain situations, so, that's just another thing as far as, so you have, if you can't trust them, and then you also want to look at their other relationships and how they treat other people. And then you also want to look and see, look at how they carry themselves, not necessarily how they deal with other people, but how do they carry themselves, just period. How do they carry themselves when they're in a relationship? How do they carry themselves when they're single? How do they carry themselves when they're dealing with business? How do they carry themselves, when they're, you want to look at different behaviors, because people's characters will show, and especially when they're at their most vulnerable. So if a person is, hanging with you, talking to you or whatever, they're relaxed, they feel open, they're just letting it out. That's when they're most vulnerable, and that's when they will kind of like let their true colors show. But when things are good with you, they'll let certain things be shown and be said, even about, like wrong stuff that they've done in other situations and with other people and stuff, because it's not dealing with you, you directly. So they won't, and if they're not feeling judged, or they're not feeling like, if there's anything with you guys going on, they'll definitely be open to that a lot more. And you want to pay attention to that, and not so that you can judge and hold anything against them, but you got to read people. You have to read people, and you have to just keep in mind that, just keep in mind the differences. Now, if you got a person and they're the same all across the board, it doesn't matter. You got a woman that, you have a friend that when they're single, they still hold their own. They are, they're not all out here just loose, or, this wild ass person or whatever. Then when they get in a relationship, they miss goody two shoes. You know what I'm saying? If they're the same across the board, whichever one, that's who you want to deal with. You want to deal with those kind of people. You want the type of people in your life that don't change with the wind, that don't change with the situation, because those type of people cannot be trusted. not in personal or a business or anything. You know, I don't trust those kind of people. If there's people they just kind of like, you know, whatever the situation is, they kind of just are like a wild card. I don't deal with those types of people, and I don't think anybody should. So, definitely pay attention to who they are in different situations and how they act. Um, and so what? So another thing is, like I said, dealing with them in different situations or seeing how they are in different situations. Do like a test run, and not saying you just want to test all your friends or put them through all these rigorous, you know, uh, you know what I'm saying? Like, oh, I was just trying to see what you was gonna do. You don't want to do that because you don't want a person to always be feeling like they're under the microscope. You know what I'm saying? But definitely, just have conversations like, girl, what if, whatever, and just kind of see where a person's head is at. Um, ask them about different situations or how they would. If you're not actually watching them in the situations, ask them. Have those types of conversations. Have a conversation and be like, girl, if such and such happened, what would you do? Like what, or whatever, and that way you got it. Communication is so important in any type of relationship. Um, and in friendships as well. You got to have that communication. I don't care if it is the friend that you just go out and have fun with. You still want to have those conversations because those times, when if you're under the influence of alcohol or out in places that, you don't frequent a lot, you're going out and those types of things, you definitely want to know like what type of person you're out with and what type of person you're dealing with. Some shit pop off or something, don't you want to know that they'll have your back? So definitely figure out who you are dealing with before you have to find out, before a situation arises. So that's pretty much all I really got to say about that, y'all. I kind of just want to talk, there's so much going on the internet right now with, people talking about friendships and trust and, ooh, I don't want no friends in this area. I don't believe in that. I don't think that you can fit everybody into a box. I don't feel like you can fit everybody into a box. And I also just, since we're on here, I'm not going to make a separate video about this. I want to talk about this now. I've seen the post that Miss Daytime Tea Time has made, okay? I've also seen these posts that girl, that Queen Bianca, and I ain't even gonna call her a queen because that little girl, she is something else. She is definitely something else. But I've seen those posts and those two seem to be like the same type of person to me. Okay? They definitely seem to have the same type of sneaky ass traits and underhanded traits. You know what I'm saying? It's almost like like the freaky nun or the fake church goer. You know how they talk about church, somebody that's in the church and it's all hallelujah, and then they get out and they fake as hell or whatever. They remind me of those type of people. That's the type of people I see them as. And I know Miss Candace has a lot of fans out here. And that's all fine and good. But I'm just going to tell y'all, they are the perfect example of the type of people that, they show you what they want to show you on here on social media. And then when they get off, they're different types of people. Okay. And they are the same type of people that I'm talking about. You want to know how they act in different situations. You want to see how they act in business. Are they cutthroat? Are they straight? Are they straight and narrow? Do they handle their business, get in and get out? Are they trying to get over? What is it? Do they get jealous? Are they trying to figure out what you make so they know what they want to charge? You know what I'm saying? That type of person. And the girl Bianca too. She's another one. She's this person is talking about me and I found out some information. So if you don't stop, I'm gonna, all that little kid shit. It's just like, if you got something, drop it, or whatever. People, They will try to intimidate you. They will also try to, the little sweet, nice, my hands are folded and I'm drinking my tea and my family and God and just, oh, love and hold hands and kumbaya, right? But then as soon as they don't get their way, they panicking and throwing a fucking fit, right? And then after they throw the fit, now after they throw the fit and people respond and now people are reacting to their fit. Now it's, oh my God, what did I do? Oh my goodness, what did I do? I tried to do this, I tried to do that. And that is exactly the type of people that I'm talking about right now. You want to know who the hell you're dealing with. Okay? But I won't say that you can cut everybody out. Everybody is not the same. There are definitely people that understand. As long as you got an understanding, they are good. As long as the communication there, they are good. Everybody isn't jealous of the next person's success. Okay, everybody's not. Some people are okay, are just okay with you know what you're getting versus what you're doing versus what they're doing. Everybody is not jealous, and you just can't put everybody in the box. But I do understand, like somebody like Tasha, she's like, no more. And I mean, I understand, because it's like, sometimes it's like once you've been burned so much, it's just like, you know what, just fuck it. I'm cool. I don't want to deal with none of them. I'm good. So I understand that, because that's like going into what I said. I'm just like, if I see some certain shit in you, like, I'm just good. I just rather just not even deal with it, period. But I don't feel like you can, put everybody in the box, and view everybody the same. But at the same time, at the same time, you got to watch what you're doing. But I mean, as far as her right now, where she is in her life, I would just say, just fall back from everybody. Finish out your pregnancy, have your baby, work, do what you do, and then, later on, if you come across somebody or whatever that you feel like you can rock with, then do that. You know what I'm saying? But as of right now, it probably is just best that she, where she is in her life, and it is an individual decision too, because everybody's not on the same path. So it just depends on where you are in your life, what you're working on, what you got going on, and do you even want any more friends? You know what I'm saying? But networking is always good. You never know who you will meet in business. You never know who you'll meet, who you'll come across, and so, you can't put a stamp and set nothing in stone these days. Shit changes all the fucking time. Ain't nothing like, matter of fact no more, or just it is, whatever. So things can always change. But I definitely feel like that's what I feel about those two people. And see, I'm not a daytime, tea time watcher. I don't watch her at all. Now, Tasha K, I used to watch her. Um, and I very much enjoyed her commentary and stuff or whatever. And I mean, even now, like when I watched her the last couple times, I kind of miss her personality a little bit. I just don't like I just really didn't like how she handled Lovely T. I kind of think like what she did to Lovely T is what Candace is doing to her. As far as jumping the gun and just going out there and putting this shit out. And she really hasn't even just put a whole bunch of shit out there about her or nothing like that. But she definitely jumped the gun and just went out there and put her name out there in the public. And she's saying that she's hacked and she didn't do it. But, I don't believe that at all. I don't think nothing was hacked. I don't think anything was hacked. And I'm going to tell you one reason why is because she herself said, she herself told Tasha, I don't know if I can trust you. Okay? So she herself told Tasha, I don't know if I can trust you. She sent her that in a text. Now her phone wasn't nobody texting for her. Okay? So the person, whoever made those posts, how would they know that she was telling Tasha that? You know what I'm saying? Like if she was gonna put it out there that she was hacked, right? Tasha is like the one person that, she is cool with, hasn't went against or whatever. You feel me? So, like, yeah, now if she was gonna put it out there, like, I'm gonna put my story out there anyway, fuck whoever, and all these people that got to do with Wendy Williams, that's fine. But as far as Tasha K, why would you put that out there? And then you yourself personally text Tasha and said, I don't know if I can trust you. I need 24 hours to figure out what's going on. The person that hacked and put that message up there cussing didn't know that you text Tasha that. So that's why you just got to kind of look at the thing, look at what's going on. You know what I'm saying? She could have put like she was being hacked, and she put this story out there. She did that interview and whatever. You know what I'm saying? But and now Wendy's camp is coming against her, or whoever knows that she's sniffing behind the scenes is coming against her and stuff like that. But for the hacker, to say, fuck Tasha K, and then you also tell Tasha that you can't trust her, that don't make sense. So the hacker know exactly what you texting, what you thinking. You know what I'm saying? So y'all, I don't believe it. Is that even? Yeah, that's even. So that's what I think about that, y'all. Just wanted to include that in that video. You gotta watch these people. Watch who you hanging with when you traveling this summer. Watch who you taking with you on these trips. Glamazante and Yoni Rose. I don't know if y'all are familiar with those YouTubers, but I used to watch both of them. I watch Glamazante. She's real like out there, outgoing personality, still like a younger girl. And so she was kind of stagnant in her numbers for a minute. She's doing good though. She's doing good. So Yoni Rose is like supposed to be like the little classy goody, I help everybody type of person, and her numbers are stagnant. She cannot move. Like, she has not moved really, I don't think. And I think there was some jealousy there. And they went out the country. What are you doing? They went out the country with each other, traveling. Went to Thailand and somewhere else, Dubai, I think. You all the way in another country, these crazy ass countries at that, with somebody that y'all found out y'all ain't as cool as y'all thought. You know what I'm saying? Jealousy. And so that's that's a example right there. So I don't think that like on Miss Gina's live last night, we was talking about like a meet and greet or like a reunion type thing. She's in Chicago. I'm not far from her. I'm only a few hours from her, and so I wouldn't mind meeting some people, and it would give me a reason to go somewhere and look forward towards going somewhere. So I'm definitely hoping, if I got a couple dollars by the summer, hell yeah, I'm gonna go. I'm gonna really like plan for that. And I told y'all, we had talked about before, like, maybe by next year we can do a trip or something and stuff like that. So yeah, so let me know, where is the first place that y'all would like me to look up a trip to? Put that in the comments, please. Put in the comments, where would you like me to look up, what travel or what destination would you like me to look up? If we were to meet up and go somewhere, like do a trip, and listen, like I do know, like somebody said, we would do a meet and greet first, cause like I just said, the Glamazante Yoni Rose thing, you don't be going out country or going somewhere with people that you don't even like. Oh my God. But yeah, so we would definitely do something, a little something before, you know what I'm saying? But maybe like do like a day thing where, like Miss Gina said, like at a park, do like a picnic type thing in the summer, kick it outside and parks and barbecue and food and, music, have some speakers, dance, all that kind of stuff. I would definitely do that. I would go there. I'll get a room, stay the night, We could wake up the next morning, do like breakfast or something, say our goodbyes. Um, or even like do a day where we meet up in a centralized location. We do like, you know, a mall trip and maybe go to the movies, maybe go out to dinner or something, do dinner and a movie or something like that in a centralized location. I know people are everywhere. So, but if you got, but as far as like trips, like going somewhere, staying for like 3 to 5 days, a week or something like that, maybe a weekend, if we could try that first, you know, maybe the first one would just be like a weekend, a 2 or 3 day thing. Just whatever. I'm just throwing stuff out there. So just let me know. Y'all know I'll be all over the place sometimes. So let me know, where, like where, because I haven't been anywhere, y'all, so I'm open to whatever. Okay, like I ain't been nowhere. The only place I used to go to, Canada a lot, because it's driving distance, and you know, you can be 19 and drink in Canada. So after I turned 19, yeah, we used to drive up there all the time, me and my crew. And they had like a male strip club up there, y'all, called Danny's. And I mean, I loved it. It's like they got this casino called Windsor, and you can like their nightlife. Like we'll be up there and like you'll go to the club, go to, you know, drink everything. I'm talking about restaurants is open. It's a damn Subway open at 4 o'clock in the morning. It was just, I mean, people just walking around just regular, like it's the middle of the afternoon. It was awesome. It was awesome. I had never seen nothing like that before. It's not like that here. So, yeah, but now since the 9/11 thing, like if you got a felony, you can't go there. So I can't go. Do that mean I can't get a passport? Yo, I gotta get this thing expunged. The judge that wouldn't expunge me, and he retired. Is he was it January? I think that because they said, I thought after his cases was done. I gotta check up on that because I said I was going to refile. People was telling me, even his own bailiff was like, refile, just keep filing. Because I thought I was getting it last year, but he kept playing. He just kept on, and y'all, anyway, so I need to do that. I need to look and see what's going on with that. I need to refile that paperwork. But anyway, all right, I'm rambling now. So let me know. Let me know what y'all thinking. Because if I can't get a passport, that means I can't go no fucking where. And they got me fucked up. Like, they got me fucked up. Because I know people with felonies that be out the fucking country. How they do it. I'm gonna try to just hold me hostage. Bye, y'all. I'm gonna talk to y'all later.